My name is Mitch 80. Welcome back to 80 Acres. Different video for you guys today. I figured since I was doing this anyway, maybe some of you guys would be interested. So this is a whole bunch of wild game that we had processed from a local butcher. We sent in the raw meat, they mixed it with pork, and they made us a bunch of honey garlic pepperonis. And we also have a big old bag of pure moose meat that was turned into jerky. So we get it all processed. We don't do any of the processing ourselves other than making hamburger and hamburger patties, because that's pretty straightforward with the grinder.
Over here. That's what about the next
But for doing any type of sausage and stuff like that, we always send it out to get it done, so that way it tastes really good and it's super consistent because that's what they do. But I figured I'd just kind of give you guys a rundown of how we process once we get it back from them to make sure that we can store this for 2-3 years if we have to. Usually doesn't last that long because we eat it all because it tastes so good. But to start, we get it back frozen from them in giant bags. So we had 2 bags of pepperonis. One I already have laid out here. And essentially what I want to do is, you see how it's all covered in frost from when they are making it and then they freeze it. So you want to get all that frost and moisture and everything you can off of that, which means we have to take it out of the freezer. We have to separate them because it is one massive, oh, that's a section, but basically it's one giant string. So I just have my kitchen scissors, chop them all up, get them laid out. We're gonna let them thaw, gonna then dry them all off. Same goes for the jerky. We have to get that all laid out. And then that way we can put it away in food saver bags or vacuum sealing. And yeah, that's one thing, you get kind of random little bonus ones as they're running it through their processor at their butcher shop there. Kind of, this is always on one end where they start. They'll have, as it's coming through the machine, just little bits and pieces. They're making sure it's coming out nicely. I'm gonna get this laid out and then I'll catch up with you guys after. All right, I roped in my lovely assistant. Insert lovely assistant. It's also Valentine's Day, so I'd like to point out, I got her cake and I got her nice flowers because I'm a nice guy, but she doesn't care about the flowers. She just really likes cake. And I got this now. So we have it all laid out, and there is just ice on everything, just tons of it. Some of it, there's probably almost a 1/4 inch ice built up on it. So we're gonna leave this for probably a few hours for sure. Get them all thawed out, get the moisture dried off. Basically just use tons of paper towel, get it as dry as you can. It seems to really help it when you are then vacuum sealing it to keep it lasting longer. We've had some of this stuff where we've forgotten a package and then found it like 2-3 years later in the bottom of the freezer. You know how that goes, it gets buried. And you open it up and it's fine. And we do the same thing for all of our sausage that we get made. Sometimes we get cheese smokies, whatever we're doing that year. And then same with the burger patties. When we make those ourselves, run them through the machine, have a patty press, make them, we put wax paper between it, vacuum seal it, throw it in the freezer. You can pull it out for whatever you want to use it for. And it's ready to go. And it's good for a super long time. Even if you're doing just regular beef or pork or chicken, whatever it is, having a vacuum sealer is amazing because you don't get all this freezer burn, right? This is only from sitting in our freezer for a couple days before I picked it up, and it's been in our freezer for, I think, last week I picked it up sometime. And yeah, it's just covered in ice. Once you actually seal it properly, then it lasts for, I'm not gonna say forever, but it lasts for an extremely long time. And we're back. They still want to eat all of it. Got the jerky all dried up. Now I'm gonna start on pepperonis. So you can see how they all just have kind of that shiny, wet nastiness to them. It's just a bit of paper towel, soak them all up, dry them, put them there, and then we'll bring out the packer and we'll start vacuum sealing. All right. As you can tell by the change of scenery behind us, it is now many hours later. Got them all dried up. Took probably at least a half hour for either pile to get them all dried off nice and all the junk, nasty water off of them. I'm gonna be using our Food Saver branded vacuum sealer. Basically any brand works as far as I know. We get big old boxes of bags from Amazon or Costco, whatever it may be. And some of these are like, resealable pouches that I think are kind of a waste. I don't know why they send those ones. These, so some of these like combo boxes you get, some of them are kind of pre-made, ready to go. And then you have thinner, thicker rolls, more of those. Probably we're going to be using our smaller rolls, burn them up. Yeah, those are all the reusable ones. I don't know if I trust the reusable ones. We've never actually tried them before, but they just seem very, like, it's got a Ziploc, style top on it. So we're just not sure if you did use it, right? So you can put like the little remote suction thing. You stick it on the bag, sucks the air out of it. But it's just kind of a little plastic flap, very light duty. And as far as I know, it wouldn't really make sense. Like, it's not a heavy enough bag to make sense to reuse it. So you might as well just use the better stuff and not have to worry about it. That's my logic, at least. But yeah, basically we're just gonna hammer out all this. We're probably gonna do packs of like 6 or 8, and make sure you cut it to size properly. You don't want to go too short, otherwise you can't fit it into the trough to get a good seal on it. And yeah, I'll throw you guys on time lapse and we'll hammer this out and we'll toss it in the freezer. Well, fast forward about an hour and 15 minutes-ish, and we ended up with 15 packs of jerky, 6 pieces per pack, and I believe 17 or 19, another odd number, of pepperoni. So basically, I'm gonna give, because I'm splitting this all with my dad 50-50, as we always do. So one of us will get an extra pack of pepperonis, kind of all the duds, and the other one will get a pack of jerky, which is all the duds. And then it worked out to be nice and even. But as you can see, they are all nice, airtight, nice and dry. And what I like to do is I like to try and make them as flat as possible. So you can see how even just on the table they stack. It just makes it a lot easier in the freezer too. You can stack them in nice and flat and easy. Tuck them out of the way because we know these are going to be in there for a while, right? So you kind of can put them to the bottom, off to the side, wherever. Take them out as you please. A lot of times I'll take out a pack of these and then I'll take, 1 or 2 pepperonis a day, a bunch of crackers, some cheese or whatever, and that's kind of lunch. All salt and fat, just what I like. But yeah, that's about it. I just thought, kind of put it out there for anyone who was wondering what the best way to store and the best way to seal up your wild game and have it so that you can keep it in the freezer for potentially years. I was just reading the box. I mean, the box on these claims 5 times longer than I guess a Ziploc bag, so you do the math on that. However long you figure a Ziploc bag would hold it in the freezer, this will do 5 times the amount. So we spent the day getting a whole bunch of the moose meat.
That's
and there's a little bit of, is this all ground beef? Okay, but that's all of our, there we go. So we have a little burger maker that forms the patties for you. So we did packs of 4. So we have 10 packs of 4, so we have 40 patties. And then these are roughly 1.25 pounds, 1.5 pounds ish. And then that is the same as what's in there. So it's 60% moose, 40% pork. So you need the fat to stick it all together. And then we have garlic ground into everything. So we did about a head of garlic per batch. So not a whole ton. Right. This bin is all deer. Well, that one's beef, but moose ground, moose sausage, more moose sausage, more moose sausage, more moose sausage. Somewhere in here there's salami too, and then this is all steak, roasts. We got burger patties, and then back here now we have pepperonis and jerky. And this is half. And so of the moose, that is like 1/8 of a moose processed. So that's why our group doesn't, we only get 1 per the 5 of us. And then we split the moose. My dad and I were two of the 5 guys. So instead of taking 2/5, we take just 1/4, and then we split the quarter, so we each get 1/8 of a moose. Yeah, but no, there's nothing better than good old, technically free range and organic meat. I guess if you think of it that way. Yeah. That's it. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time.